Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor that the WIPO Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO Nigeria office, and the implementing partner, the overall company, welcome to the inaugural WIPO IP. This is to say you're welcome this morning to this event. So when we launched this ambitious program this year, our goal was to nurture promising startup ideas into sustainable ventures, leveraging intellectual property. Today, as the fruits of these exceptional talents and tenacity displayed by this cohorts are unveiled, we are confident that this will be greatly realized. This morning, quickly before we go into the main program, let me start by introducing myself. I am Glory Umuna, and I will be the moderator for this event. I'm going to be calling up the director of WIPO Nigeria, who is going to come up this morning to give us the welcoming address. Can you put your hands together as I bring on stage Dr. Toby?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm going to be pray your indulgence, especially to all our special guests. A formal introduction of all the guests will be done right after this talk, but I just want to acknowledge all the guests who have come in. I really thank you for taking the time to be with us today. And of course, to also congratulate the successful startups and founders and amazing entrepreneurs who have been with us on this journey of IP Land. I should also thank especially our implementing partners, the Opera company. I want to really thank you for the great work that you've done in making this a reality. So as an organization, let me just turn to what I have prepared. I just want to say that we are very delighted to welcome you to this occasion, which is not only our final major event for the year, but it's also the first of its type for us, the demo day. We've never really had the experience of running or organizing a demo day like this. And to this extent, we're super grateful to our partners, the Opera company, who have worked with us on this journey. The IP Labs program was launched earlier this year, August, and the idea was really to work with idea stage startups in Nigeria and support them in developing ideas, building them scalable products, and also strengthening the capacity to be able to use intellectual property as a tool for economic growth. And I should just say a few things about WIPO. WIPO, as you know, is a specialized agency of the United Nations that is focused on intellectual property. It's charged with the global administration of intellectual property. Across the world, WIPO has 7 exports, one of which is located in Nigeria. The office here was opened in January of 2020, and it was established to basically promote awareness as well as strengthen capacity, support with training in the field of intellectual property across WIPO's global services here in Nigeria. And so since we've been open in January, a lot of our work has been with various stakeholders and partners to achieve the objectives of raising further awareness in the area of intellectual property. And so this is one of those kind of initiatives that we're very delighted to have been able to collaborate with the Opera company to bring to life. I know when we talk about intellectual property, sometimes it comes with a feeling of apprehension for many people. People think it's a very complicated area. Some consider it technical, far removed, and something that's relevant sometimes to other countries that's not so much relevant to the work that we do. In fact, yesterday we were just joking with one of the participants, and we're talking about how intellectual property is sometimes we say IPMC, we're thinking of internet protocol, and just creating more awareness around intellectual property. But the reality is that IP is everywhere. It's in the clothes that we wear, it's in the food, it's in the prose that we write, it's in the gadgets that we use. We see it in sports, we see it in finance, in health, in music, technology, all around. And what we as an organization seek to seek is really to see how human ingenuity and creativity that exists everywhere, we know that IP can be found there. And so what we think is that IP as a system, we believe, drives further innovation and creativity by rewarding human creativity and creation of the mind with these time-bound rights, which serve to further incentivize humans to be more creative and innovative, and of course, in doing so, the society. And so it's really a system that exists to strengthen further innovation and creativity. And so that's really what our vision is, to see a world where innovation and creativity from anywhere is supported by intellectual property for the good of everyone. So whether we're talking about patents, the rights that come to new inventions, or we're talking about trademarks, the rights that people see with the signs and symbols that distinguish their goods in the marketplace, or we're talking about copyright, the rights that accrue to authors for the literary and artistic works, or even think about design protection. We can go on, but the truth is that wherever we find human creativity, we know that IP also can support it for the good of everyone. And so in Nigeria, we know that the recent passage of the Startup Act and the continuous growth of Nigeria's innovation fueled many times by a large youthful population, but also by the inherent nature of Nigerians to seek out solutions. We know that the IP Labs is seeking to contribute to something that Nigeria is very committed to, which is how do we strengthen the capacity of our young people to further create, and in so doing, how do we use intellectual property as a tool for growth? So I just want to thank all the participants who have taken the courage, the bold step to work with us, and not just have us tell you what intellectual property is, but actually try to demonstrate it in the context of your business. And we know that the stories that will emanate from this program, some of them already inspired by, will only serve to further encourage many others to use intellectual property in their development journey. And so with that, I want to say thank you again to all the facilitators. Thank you to our special guests. Thank you to all our partners. And thank you to everyone who is here today. We look forward to working with you. Thank you again.
Please, a warm round of applause for the director. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this morning. Very quickly, I'm going to be recognizing some special guests who have joined us today. So joining us virtually, we have Mr. Christopher Kalanje. He's the Chancellor of WIPO IP for Business Division, IPD. He oversees WIPO IP management clinic on the continent. Please let's celebrate with Mr. Kalanje. And then we have joining us physically, we have Mr. Lawrence Drisu. He's the Acting Director, Research and Development, National Information Technology Development Agency, NISTA. Please let's round of applause. It's sitting with Mr. Drisu. We have Mr. Mani Garba from the Trade Registry. Please, a round of applause. We also have a female in our midst who has impacted, who has creatives, and she's doing a good job in Kano State. Her name is Miss Mariam Wadabe. She is the CEO, Blue Sapphire Hub, Kano, Nigeria. Thank you so much. We also have Mr. Doyin Adewale, who is the CEO, Romeo Construct Limited. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. From the Policy and Innovation Center, we have Mr. Adepoju. Please let's round of applause to him. We also have representatives from the National Office of Technology Acquisition Program. We have from the Technology Department, the team. We have Director, we have Mrs. Ada Mokolo Oladuke. And she's here, we had team from the technology department were able here supported and support her. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And to every other person here, you're a special guest. And just looking at the right, we have our participants who have been with us through this journey for several weeks. Please let's celebrate all of them. A round of applause for them. And over the period of this week, we've had some IP experts who have facilitated. They've taken the participants through various areas of intellectual property. Physically with us, we have Mr. Boluwatife Sanya, who is from Pado Solicitors. And we have Ms. Bisola Bakinson, who will join us shortly. She's also an IP specialist who has been with the participants. Thank you once more. And for every other person, guest, invited guests, friends of WIPO, supporters, we thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope we get to do better things, stronger things with the world we created and with everyone at large. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you so much. So this morning, I'm going to be calling on one of the IPMC experts that have liaised with the participants, and is going to be sharing an insight from his period with the participants. So this morning, kindly put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Boluwatife Sanya.
Good morning, everyone. May I only adopt the existing protocol for take time? First, I would love to appreciate the World Intellectual Property Organization Nigeria office and the overall for organizing this type of event. I'm aware it has planned for 4 months now, and it's very important at the time when Nigeria is transitioning from what we are now to digital economy. So I also congratulate the startups. It has been, I won't term it rigorous, but I know it has learned a lot in a short period of time, 4 months. An issue has always popped up between the Corporate Affairs Commission and our trademarks registry, which I have had course in our firm to address over time. And the issue has been someone or a company having a company name and a different entity going ahead trademark it, or the other way around. More recently, let me be much more precise. We had an issue in the office where a client came around. Say, for instance, I wouldn't mention the names, NBC, Nigerian Public. You know, they have several trademarks. They have Coca-Cola, they have Fanta, they have Sprite. They trademarked those brands while they incorporated Nigeria. They incorporated Nigerian Public. So in our own instance, this person moved ahead to a different company to incorporate in the Corporate Affairs Commission now. For example, Coca-Cola Nigeria Limited, other than trademarking it. Of course, we already have a trademark and trademark it. So our attention was called to that issue, and we proceeded to do the needful. I looked at Kamal, the Companies Related Matters Act, strictly addresses this issue. But then why am I saying this? I'm saying this for one, we need to, that's for our government persons here, we need to first look at how we can harmonize these registries. I mean, perhaps we could have a database that we can check once and for all, other than going to engaging in which are some posts in Twitter and the CAC. We should have an harmonized registry. That's one. Two, the importance of trademark cannot be emphasized. Assuming that client had not trademarked those brands, say for instance, Nigerian bottle company has not trademarked Coca-Cola or Fanta, you can easily guess what would happen. We'd have to start doing training or passing off and equitable remedy, which is not necessary all the time. So what am I saying in essence? As startups, ensure that your marks, your trademarks are protected and all other forms of intellectual property rights. Having said this, I wouldn't be saying too much. I would also be advising regarding how to commercialize your intellectual property assets. So aside from your grants, aside from your patents, your copyrights, you have your product already in the market, which you are making money from. You can also make money, a whole lot of money, from commercializing your intellectual property assets. Talking about licensing. It could be cross licensing, any other, it could be exclusive license. You could even assign intellectual property assets to make a whole lot of money. I'll be closing with this by saying that let your mind always be glued to the ways you can always commercialize your IP assets, your intellectual property rights assets. And you can only do this if you know what your IP assets are. And I'm confident today that all the startups that are still in this room know what their IP assets are and always commercialize them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for that insight from your interaction with the participants. So quickly this morning, I'm going to bring in on the CEO of the overall company. He's going to be giving us a brief overview of the program's journey. So this program has been a journey before we got to today. I think it's been a journey of over 4 months. So I'm going to be welcoming the CEO of the overall company as he comes to give us a journey overview. Can you put your hands together as well from Mr. Ololade?
All right, thank you, Dory. Good morning, guests and participants. First, I'd like us to put our hands together for the participants of the program. And I'll explain why. Like Lori said, it's been a journey. The incubation and acceleration program itself was a journey of about 4 months plus. However, before we got to that 4 months, it took about a year of planning. And this is why that is important. The IP Labs Dr. Toby mentioned earlier, WIPO IP Labs is the first of its kind. This hasn't been done before in the history of the country. The second thing there is it was a virtual incubation program, which was, at the time we were trying to attempt it, it sounded almost impossible because largely in our country, not many things are very virtual yet. So the fact that we're able to pull off a virtual incubation program, I think is something that is noteworthy, and I would like us to put that together for them once again. All right. The program started as an idea, and the idea was simple. How do we leverage intellectual property to support startups in the tech ecosystem? Because we understand that globally, most of the challenges that are faced and the solutions that are provided to those challenges oftentimes end up leveraging technology. Let's go back 15, 20 years ago. If you wanted to tell your mom in the village that you're feeling fine and that you're doing well, you'd have to send letters through a bus, all right? If your mom happened to be in the city, or you were in the city and your mom wanted to reach you, or your family wanted to reach you, they could go to a phone center. How many of us remember all those phone centers then? And then you make phone calls. Now, when you just feel like talking to your family, you just pick up the phone and speak to them. That was a huge problem that technology solved. And it was also human beings, mostly not Nigerians, who created that solution. Our hope is that with this program, we have solutions like that created by us Nigerians for us Nigerians. And I think that we're going to see a lot of that today. So put our hands together for them once again. I'd like to say again that I've been privileged to work with a number of groups across the world. I've worked with Asians, I've worked with Europeans, I've worked with people in the United Arab Emirates. I do a lot of work with people in the United States. And I can tell you categorically that Nigerians are the smartest set of people in the world. And I am not saying that because I am Nigerian. I'm saying that because that is what they say. All right? But the question then is, why are we not seeing the kind of results that they have been able to produce? There are three things. The first is they have, most of them have some form of enabling environment that sort of enables them to do certain things that we are not able to do yet. However, that is changing drastically. Dr. Toby made mention of the Startup Act that had just been passed by, that was passed by the presidency sometime last year. Those are pointers to us creating an enabling environment so that people like this can create technology like the smartphone, electric vehicles that we can. Are we okay. I'm not sure I'm going to read this one. And I want to see it, right? Okay. All right. Let me try this. We apologize for that. All right, can we hear me now? Okay. So, I was talking about enabling environment. The kind of environment that we are now creating for our tech and businesses would further help them to create more innovative solutions that are specifically tailored to our economy and our ecosystem. A few years ago, I made an attempt at creating smartphones. We had a good run at it. So we started making smartphones specifically for the Nigerian market. And we realized something while we were designing those smartphones. If you look at your phone right now and you wanted to send 20 naira to somebody in text, you would have to use the N sign for naira, correct? But every phone has the dollar, the pound, and the euro. So one of the first things we did was, can we include our own local currency in our keyboard? And we did that. All right. Can we enable people to be able to message themselves in Yoruba outside? We did. Those are the kind of innovation that we thank you very much. All right, I'm back. Those are the kind of innovation that we're supporting with this program, Whiteboard. The second thing that we lack, or I would say we are working on, is access. And when I say access, we're working on having better access to resources, access to market. The guys that are in Silicon Valley, for example, that create electric vehicles, create smartphones, create Facebook, Twitter, all of that, have access to some resources that the average Nigerian might not have access to. They have access to funds. Some of these guys don't have to go to the bank to get money. Some of them can tap into something called social security to access funds when they need to start their business. Some of them can access very simple and easy business loans. How do we create that kind of opportunity for our young innovators as well? The third is capacity building. Most of them, when they're taught in primary and secondary school, in their engineering labs, they're already taught coding, robotics. How do we infuse that into our educational system? And the good thing and the good news that I have is the Startup Act, for example, has already started doing this. Ministry of Education has ensured that entrepreneurship is now a course at tertiary and secondary level. So we are making all of these changes, but then there's still a gap. And the gap is transferring all of this knowledge and capacity into our innovators for them to be able to create viable solutions. And this is what IP Labs has been able to do. I'd like to close by letting us know that the world is actually afraid and intimidated by Nigerians. And I'll say again that I'm not just saying it, they say it. In 2017, I attended a program in the United States, and it was a program where we had about 40 African countries represented. And in most cases, you would hear comments like, once Nigerians are with you on your team, you're fine. But once you set up a team and you don't have a Nigerian, your team is not complete. And these are Africans saying that. Now, I also have been privileged to work with, like I said, other ethnic groups from across the world. And they say the same thing. In fact, in most cases, some of them just want to work with you just because you're Nigerian. And yes, there's a lot of bad press about Nigeria in some cases. We've had young people who have gone ahead to do internet fraud and things like that. And in some cases, it looks like they're tarnishing it. But we need to further spread the right stories, like these young people who we are going to be hearing from today. This is why this program is being broadcasted on the internet for the whole world to see. As I close, I'd like to encourage us to please support our young minds. Speak more about them. A lot of times we realize that we post more bad news about the country. Anytime something goes wrong, Nigerians are the first set of people to post. But when you see someone who has created solutions to chronic diseases, or who is creating a system that helps you with security surveillance in your house, we don't push forth those stories the way we should. So my plea to us is that please, let's better support ourselves as Nigerians. The world is happy when Nigerians do great things because they know that every time we use our smartness, if I can use that word, positively, we do it excellently well. I was in a meeting recently, about 3 weeks ago, and someone said something. The guy is not Nigerian, he's an American. He said, Nigerians are very smart. However, when they decide to turn against you with their smartness, you're in for trouble. So I then told him, and I said, but when we decide to use that smartness for good for you, you are in for a good ride. And he's like, that's true. So please, ladies and gentlemen, as these innovators come up to share their ideas with us, if you have someone who you think can support them, introduce them to them. I know there are a number of us here who have great connections, who have, some of them might even want to invest in their businesses. All right? I know we have some government parastatals represented here who are supporting the work being done in the tech ecosystem. Please, these are the guys that really need your help and your support. So let's give them all the support that they need. And when they come up, let's cheer them up. Let's clap for them. Let's, in fact, I think we should put our hands together for them now. So as a little background, when some of them came into the program, they just had ideas. They just had an idea around what they wanted to do. And for most of them, we had to brush up that idea. We had to tweak it here and there. We had to change certain things. We had to look at what would work. A lot of times we bring in innovation from other countries, and then we realize that those innovations don't actually work effectively here. So we then need to then start thinking of how do we adapt certain innovative ideas to work within our climate. This is what WIPO IP Labs has been able to do. As I close, I would say that to the participants that this is just the beginning. I know it's been a very rigorous few months for you guys. Some nights we had to keep you up late at night. Some of you haven't slept since last night because you're preparing for your pitch. But after your pitch today, I want you to understand that you are just getting started. This is not the end. This is a means to an end. So I'd like you guys to not stop here, but keep pushing yourselves. You see, the way we pushed you in the past 4 months is how you now need to continue pushing yourselves going forward. Because there will be nobody there to remind you of a Zoom meeting, or nobody to send you messages on WhatsApp. Now you have to be a law to yourself, and you have to hold yourself to the standards that we've encouraged you to set. So congratulations, and thank you very much, everybody. All right, I'm going to hand over the mic to Ajay.
Sorry, please. He had a comment.
Gentlemen, good morning, everybody. My name is Emmanuel, by the trademark industry. I'm a senior assistant trademark registrar. Yes, I want to make some comments that brother said. Yes, he talked about the opportunity. I would like to draw the attention of the director of White Women here. By this compendium, I believe WIPO has University of Interpretation. Because for WIPO to have this energetic gentleman in this program, then Nigeria is good to go. I also want to let you know that as your number, as your trade, every one of you has the company attached. Am I correct? So which means 2 things exist. Your name, which is the company, then what is attached to it is what? The trademark. Then if you have an advice for a loan, also it's attached to your company. It's attached to your trade. And you can't do one and leave one and you think that you are protected. No. I'm sure some of my senior colleagues have explained some vital information. But there are some little things that you need to know. You are coming to register your trademark. Ensure that you do not leave one point of your business. We have class 145. And under this, you need to sit down, diagnose all the businesses you do under your own. Checkmate the areas in which you need protection so that nobody can take away your goodwill freely. So I would advise that you look at it very critically. And probably you look at the needs of classifications to ensure that you select the right class of your business. Then the protection of the business itself that you do does not just stay in that. I'm sure you are aware, you've been told to register and you'll be given an acknowledgement and acceptance. A lot of business like yours, entrepreneurs, just stop at that level. You do not register. You only have an intention to register. So that you must make sure that you complete your work, your registration. Get your certificate before that. And this kind of business that you have, you don't need to think. Then the second part of it, we'll be glad through the Director WIPO Nigeria to formally present you to our Director of Trademark Registry so that you will see the kind of Nigerians we have within the ownership of what WIPO and the kind of training WIPO have given. So, Director Sam, I will appeal on behalf of this great entrepreneur to be presented before Dr. Yauri MNI so that he will see the kind of team that you have to make Nigeria great. I think I would like to quickly thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manigarba. We're aware that other guests have some comments, some contributions. We'll have a segment for that where we take all of them. We have an interactive section where the participants also get to network with representatives of the trade registry and other guests present. Thank you so much. To take us in the next segment of the program, we have Mr. Christopher Kalanje, who is joining us virtually. He is the counselor of the WIPO IP for Business Division, known as IPBD. He oversees WIPO IP management clinics in the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's, with a round of applause, Mr. Kalanje.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I'm trying to hook up. Thank you, Ajay. Can you hear me? Thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Dr. Toby and other honorable guests for having me to speak at this audience event. I would like to, my name is Christopher Kalanje, and I work with the IP for Business Division in WIPO. And I would have liked to be there in person. Unfortunately, due to medical situation, I couldn't participate there physically. But I'm happy that the program is finally ending well, and I would like to say the following. When Dr. Toby first approached us and said that WIPO Nigeria had this grand idea of having a IP lab clinic, and he would like to see if we could work together, we were very happy, and at time we were a little bit hesitant because it's a new format for us, and we were not sure how successful it would be. And however, since the main objective of our division is to encourage and support startups and SMEs to use intellectual property in their business, we welcomed the idea and we thought that this is a great idea. And we were able to join in supporting the program. We have been working from the distance, meaning that from Geneva, and closely collaborating with our offices in Nigeria, and under the leadership of Dr. Toby, we, I think, managed to successfully organize a team of experts who would inject the notion of intellectual property in the overall framework of a startup life, from conceptualization of idea and moving toward the steps that would be necessary that would help to to protect intellectual property and also to use intellectual property as part and parcel of their business strategy. Our view is that we hope that after this program and during the pitches that the startups will be making today, we hope we will see that intellectual property is not only about protection of idea. I believe the startups and participants would now realize that the use of intellectual property goes beyond the merely protection of preventing other people using your knowledge. Actually, it's a tool that can be well used in reaching out to partners, whether it's a strategic partnership, whether it's just licensing. It's intellectual property is crucial and it's a key. So it's a key that would open doors in the growth and success of startups beyond just protection of intellectual property. And I really believe that the startups were able to capture this notion during this process, that while we look at the need to protect our intellectual property, but we can use the intellectual property to formulate partnership and also to generate wealth and revenue, if you call it that way. And I look forward to continue, and this should not be the end of the strategic view of these startups, but I believe that this will just be the beginning and the push that they will have, that after realizing the potential of intellectual property in their business. And I hope that in the months to come, in one way or another, we'll be able to support each other and see that dreams and the competitive edge of the startups are achieved. And with these few words, I would like to give back the floor to Ajay, and I wish the program all the best, and hopefully that some of you, the participants, will be able to link with the startups as venture capitalists, as a connection to someone else who can see that these young people achieve their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For the great work.
participants. He found
I wanted to fast forward to the year 2023, that is earlier this year. The same problem is surfaced when a friend of mine contacted me to rent an apartment for him within a neighborhood. At that point in time, I came to realize that this is not just a problem, but an endemic one. To better understand the problem, I carried out market research with potential users within the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, which led to 3 pain points. 1, exorbitant agent fee. 2, stressful and time-consuming rental process. 3, limited apartment choice. To better address this identified pain point, or better still, address this problem, we came up with a solution called AppConnect. AppConnect is an online marketplace that lets renters rent apartments with landlords to connect directly by streamlining communication, to save money and time when searching, and of course, to earn money when renting. With this, we are simplifying the apartment rental process by making it seamless for you and I, regardless of location and budget. According to the Future Market Insight Report 2023, the global online apartment rental market stood at $18 billion with a 14% compound annual growth rate, leading to $75 billion by 2028. While that of Africa stood at $900 million, we are taking a 5% share of that market. But how do we capture this 5% share of this market? We do this by taking 11% commission on every successful transaction, leading to $1.3 billion revenue projected by 2029. Ladies and gentlemen, we do recognize the presence of competitors in our space, but here are the advantages we have over there. 1, direct connection, rent to earn, user profiles and reviews, time and cost savings, convenience, design and brand. Additionally, we will be leveraging the various aspects of intellectual property protection rights, which are not limited to trademark, copyright, franchising, licensing, and of course, merchandise, as a pointer to gain competitive edge in the market space. While we are presently in our MVP stage, that is, we are developing our minimum viable product, which will be ready by January 2024. We tested the assumption of our solution with potential users. And in 2 weeks, yes, in 2 weeks, we got over 200 demands with 3 paying customers. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to introduce myself. My name is Adeyinka. I am the founder and CEO of AppConnect,
I am a front-end engineer, a digital marketing specialist, a brand designer, a certified realtor, and a real estate consultant who supports a diverse portfolio of public and private sector projects in content development, strategic communication, and human-centered design. My co-founder, Anioluwa Akishola, who is not presently here, but I believe he's watching presently from Lagos. He is a software engineer and a technical product manager. Together, we are raising a $500,000 for 18-month financing to reach 40,000 transactions on Afternet. For the support funds, these are the way we will be leveraging the support funds. But 1% will be channeled towards team and product development and also technological infrastructure. 40% will be channeled towards operations, 40% will be channeled towards marketing, business development, and sales. And of course, 5% of that funds will be channeled towards intellectual property filing and registration in order for me to gain competitive edge in our market space. Thank you very much for listening. I remain Adeyinka Meduoye.
Thank you so much, Adeyinka, for that wonderful pitch. Next person I'll be calling to come and pitch this morning is Mr. Abdulazeez Salahudeen, and he's CEO or founder of Wasty Well. Please put your hands together for him.
Hello, everyone. I am Abdulazeez Salahudeen, and I'm the founder of Wasty World. Wasty World is a new kind of company that has a big and bold mission to make waste disposal as easy as ordering an Uber. While doing that, we're also leveraging technology to do that. Picture this: Nigeria, a nation of about 200 million people, has 1.6 million living in unclean environments. You might be wondering, these are just statistics, but no, it's stark reality. This shows that in Nigeria, 8 people out of 10 are living in unclean environments. And this is a very sorry state which we have to correct. And that is why Waste World exists. We exist to lubricate the friction in the waste disposal process. Our aim is simple, just like I said earlier, to make waste disposal as easy as ordering an Uber. From the comfort of your home, you can order for waste collection anytime, anywhere you need it. In addition, to improve the efficiency of waste disposal and the advantages of the blue drum, we have the animation which is called Eco. With the Eco, waste disposal process is more efficient, the operation is very okay, and the time used is very efficient. In addition, also to provide a more experience and more premium experience of disposing waste, we have the Ravens. The Ravens is a 2.1 smart waste bin that has an IoT embedded system for organic and inorganic waste. So whenever it is filled up, we are able to know and we come to dispose the waste. Now, there are so many people outside there that are disposing waste, but why are we different? We are different because we are not just waste collection company. We are a data-driven sustainable solution that leverages technology such as Internet of Things, IoT, and also machine learning for us to give you a very premium experience for your waste disposal. In addition, we incentivize our customers, which is gamified. So upon every waste disposal and referral of new customers, you are awarded Wasty points, which you can redeem as cash and other gains. And finally, we are asset light. We leverage truck owners to be relieved of the burden of managing fleet of trucks. And also, recycling hubs in our communities, all these people that recycle plastics, we are leveraging on the infrastructure to give a very good experience. So therefore, this Waste World, we are building a community of ecosystem of waste recyclers and a very good environment. Okay, the project is led by a team of young, passionate minds who have over 30 years experience across business development, embedded system, software development, and data analysis. We are also being advised by top industry experts across the world. So this market is a very huge one. In Africa alone, it is growing at 4.9% annually, but we have our target customers. Our target customers are people who earn at least above 100,000 naira in a month and they live in gated estates. So these are people we are focusing on. For someone like Esther now, she's very busy. But anytime she needs for her waste to be disposed, she can go on our platform and order for waste collection and we come to pick it. For someone like Mr. Ahmed, who values reliability, with our scheduled peace of mind, he can just go and schedule his waste collection, and any time that is scheduled, we surely come around. But for Mr. Taiwo, he cherish a premium offer, and we give him that class, even in his waste disposal process. So how do we make money from this? Primarily, we make money from subscription by our customers and also pay per don. But we also make money from selling recyclables that we are collecting and also advert placements on the alcohol and the ravings itself. So later, we'll be serving as consultant to government and international NGOs, and also we'll be ethically monetizing data that we are generating. So this is not just a journey that we are just saying in the mouth alone. Our MVP is ready. You can go to wasteworld.com online and see our MVP is ready. And right now, we are talking with the Oyo State government for a launch in January 2024. And also, our IP is already being filed, trademark, patent for the reviews itself, and so many other areas. So we are therefore seeking for your support to get this product to the markets even bigger. Connecting with government agencies, connecting with the industry players is one of the vital ways for us to get to the market and even expand as much as possible. So we are enjoying you to join us on this journey to make so that we can reach at least 100,000 households over the next 12 months. And with this, we'll be saving over 15,000 kilograms of greenhouse gases from being emitted into the atmosphere. Just like Iyago said, this is the greatest company in the making, because greatest company help others to make money. And that is what Waste World does. From waste producers, they are making more money. Truck owners, they are making more money. Even governments, they are making more revenue. And even scavengers, they are also making more money. And that is what Waste World does. But most importantly, Waste World, like I said earlier, just not about collecting waste, but about data. And we are at that center of data collection and monetization. So I urge you to join us on this journey to make Nigeria a cleaner and wetter place. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful page, Mr. Abdulazeez. Next, I will be bringing on board Mr. Thomas James. He's the founder of TED Innovative Solutions. Put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Thomas James. Please let's celebrate them to encourage them.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. My name is James Thomas Dehemba. I'm the co-founder and CEO of TED Innovative Solutions Limited. And we're a startup that is on a mission to combat energy poverty in Nigeria. A challenge that everyone will agree with me that has a lot of consequences affecting Nigerian businesses, climate change, and public health. Our journey started 4 years ago when we witnessed a young family tragically lost their life in Anambra State, Nigeria, due to inhalation of toxic fumes from their petrol generators. The incident highlighted the harsh realities many Nigerians face with the erratic power supply that we suffer in this country. According to World Bank, 92 million Nigerians do not have access to electricity. As a result, over 40 million Nigerians depend on alternative sources to generate electricity that can power their propulsion. As a result, again, we carried out a market research in valuable markets where we interviewed over 300 micro businesses who are actually our targeted audience. And they told us that they spend between 3,000 naira to 7,000 naira on the cost of fuel to power their generator to run their business. At the cost of that, they emit between 800 and 280 million tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. But as a startup, where there's a problem, we always see that there's a solution in this case. Our solution is this generator showing on your screen now, the TED Evergreen, which is a portable energy solution that eliminates fuel combustion in small-scale electricity generation. We've been able to, through this unique device, help businesses save the cost of fueling. And one unique thing about this particular product is we've actually won several awards, which include Science and Technology Innovations Challenge by Nigerian Content and Development and Monitoring Board, And then we've, as a startup, been listed as top 30 in Central Bank of Nigeria Tertiary Institution Entrepreneurship Scheme. In Nigeria, there's a demand of over 40,000 megawatts of electricity, but the national grid is only able to generate 5,000 megawatts. And then people who self-generate through other alternative sources are only able to meet 6,000. Altogether, that's 11,000, leaving a deficit of 29,000 megawatts. This is a market that is very large to contain anyone who has value to offer. And for us, we identify that there are stiff competition from petrol generator manufacturers and the other solar grid manufacturers and promoters in the market. But we are very committed, and we believe that the value that we offer that will make us so unique in this space is our focus. We are a company that is focused on Nigerian customers, and we're giving them a solution that is unique to them, identify what their problem is. And all of them, the 300 businesses that we interviewed told us that payment is actually their problem. So we've been able to integrate artificial intelligence into our system in such a way that it helps them save costs. They pay us a down payment, half the cost of what they are buying from us. And over the course of a period, they're able to generate token from us. And then this token help them to pay for these systems gradually. So we also have plans to develop our mobile app. That mobile app now will help them access that token easily. And then as a strategy also to promote our products, whereby customers will gain incentives after sharing our products to their fellow businesses. So as a startup as well, we are leveraging on intellectual property to patent our technology, to trademark, and then the trade secret against most of the staffers that will be using to develop our company. For the trademark, we are trying to trademark our name in such a way that we'll also have partners that will come and use our name, because as a generator, as a solution provider, we also have people that want to use our name to develop other products in such a way that they can attach it like light bulbs and DC fans, and then attach it to our products and then take it to the market. So we'll be leveraging on the trademark of our on the trademark of our business name to achieve all of, and the patent will be focused on our technology, the components we are using, and all of our design. Currently, we have about 37 persons that have actually made a pre-order of our system. And any support of anything between 5 million naira to 10 million naira will be able to develop this, will be able to satisfy these persons that have actually made the order, and in 12 months we'll be able to double the amount. Our team, a team is led by myself, a graduate of electrical and electronics engineering. Within myself, I've been able to lead a team successfully, the Better Food team, which has generated over 22 million naira in grants. And then we also have other co-founders in the team who are actually experts in business. They're actually experts in artificial intelligence development and embedded systems. With your support, we'll be able to leverage on battery technology, and there is advancing how mobile cars are being driven to profile a solution, generates great electricity, and then solve a lot of problems for businesses in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. James. Next, I'll be calling on board Mr. Abduljalaal Abubakar. He's the founder of Astoria. Let's put our hands together as we welcome him this morning to take the speech.
We're a team of 4. So today, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abubakar. I am the co-founder of Astoria and team. Our vision of Stora is to create a future whereby access to credit loans is easy across all board, which means from the loan originator bankers that underwrite this you and I who wants to use these loans to either finance their businesses or pay their loans to settle on these. We aim to make that possible because we come to understand that these lenders are credit providers, so wholesalers who sell on credit but sales and other businesses find this difficult, which is causing huge operational challenges in their credit facilities, right? For we, the entrepreneurs, and individuals, we find it hard to access credit. Right? And when we do access this credit, it's on unfavorable terms, causing poor debt growth recovery process. I believe each one of us here, to some degree, have bought like a but any other fintech platform like Taiwo, a friend of yours, the India was solely leading to a high default rate and underperforming, which is causing we, the entrepreneurs, that want to provide solutions for the So our solution is a comprehensive platform that will serve as a risk assessment tool to these lenders and businesses. That will provide predictive analytics, which will thereby improve the operational efficiency, promoting transparency and fairness in the lending. So this is a snippet of our demo. As you can see here, this is our login. When you want to for businesses that offer credit, this is how we log in. Now we built into two forms. This is our API product flow, we call product rate, right? And using the data point, we can build our model. So some of the data points for your age, to your income. Our market. So the global lending market for quality about over $8 trillion, which is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 6.2%. And Nigeria was projected by 2030 to reach $100 billion, and we aim to take 10% of that. Our milestone so far, we built our MVP, which has been able to check loan eligibility and also the repayment schedule, making it easy for us to repay back loans. We've begun marketing, which have allowed us to access to some potential investors when discussing our pre-seed round, and also potential clients and customers. How we aim to generate money from this is through fees. We are basically software as a service. So we offer API fees to startups, right? Or also a subscription service to those on the platform itself, or bundled up with all these perks. So the team behind our Stora, as I said, I'm the co-founder of Stora. But at the backbone, we have Mr. Emmanuel, who served as the CTO. He's an experienced AI developer. I think we've done some AI projects together. We have Mr. Amara Sana, who's a brilliant marketer, has led different brand objectives, and Mr. Emmanuel Apa, who is a fantastic system designer. He has led big, large-scale projects. And I am Abduljalaal Abubakar. By trade, I'm a currency trader, what we call it Nigeria. So, but also, I'm also an AI engineer, an aspiring AI engineer, worked tremendously for it. So we are in the cusp of raising the sum of $250,000, which will allow us to target our next 10 customers with not a monthly recurring revenue of $10,000. But also, we will use part of this fund to begin our IP strategy, which will include trademarking and licensing our intellectual property. Because we believe the future is in innovation, the future is in us. But in order to do that, we have to provide these financiers the tools to make accurate decisions in their lane. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abduljalaal, for that wonderful pitch. Next participant that I'm bringing up this morning is Mrs. Noma Sodipo. She's the CEO of, or the founder rather, of the Swan Media and Publishing. Kindly put your hands together as we welcome her.
Keep watching Story Time with Auntie Noma. Story Time with Auntie Noma.
Keep watching Story Time with Auntie Noma.
Keep watching Story Time with Auntie Noma. Watch Story Time with Auntie Noma.
Hello, please, can you tell me my name?
What's that in your bag?
A book titled Excellence.
Ah, you must go over to the Center of Excellence and find out.
Nigeria, Hotpot the Giant has been asleep for a long time. Now it's time to rise and shine. Join Giant on his exciting adventure across forests and hills, rivers, lakes, and savannas, caves, even farmlands, as he travels the states of the land. Nigeria Hotpot, available.
Well, why don't you join me today and find out more about fast and slow-moving things?
One cheetah. I better be off because he's really hungry now. There's a boy stroking a cheetah as well.
And we have Tom on twist. I'm here to help you see.
Morning, I say to you.
It's Efosa and Esosa from Edo State. Baby Bayo is a boy.
Wake up in the morning, say good morning to my parents. Good morning, Dad. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noma Sodipo. I'm also known as Auntie Noma for the children's programming. I'm a children's TV radio host, producer, author, and the co-founder of the Swan Media and Publishing. So there's this little 2-year-old boy in the UK whose mother said, when Ade is watching Peppa Pig on television, his response is nothing like when we put on an African animated series. His face lights up as he points to the lady in the show and says, that's mommy. And to the elder lady, says, that's grandma. To the younger girl, that's my sister. And to the younger boy, that's me, Ade. You know, he could readily relate to the characters, which provided adequate representation and familiarity. My take, a healthy dose of home stuff, homemade stuff, is always good, and not like the others. Apologies for that. I started with my children in a nursery around for 20+ years. I gained experience for much of the content creation we do today. And like Chimamanda, famous Nigerian author, you all know, once expressed, she felt sad while she was riding in a car with her father while she was growing up. Looking out of the window, she was lamenting at the many stories that wouldn't be told. Well, we've come quite a long way since then. And who knows, maybe no story needs to be left untold. I feel confident that with your valued input, we can make this happen. The good news, we have secured full copyright for illustrations in books with a life of its own. goods, and ourselves, and we are registering a trademark as well. Statistics. Our team. We have been blessed with a great team, which has provided professional IP consultation and mentorship over the years. A graduate from UC Berkeley on the team as well, an editor, a branding specialist, and a graphics person, actually the person on the team. Right, with the background in optometry, I have a keen eye for things of quality. With $125,000 needed for content, quality content creation to cover animated series for TV, Netflix, airline entertainment, YouTube, apps, branded products, a movie within and outside Africa visits. And we have productions and 3D animations that can be seen on YouTube channels. The Storytime with Auntie Noma and Storytime with Paint and Bake, you can see that on YouTube channels. We also need educational ministries to incorporate more quality African books and resources into the curriculum. We need TV stations to fulfill their quota of indigenous children's content. So I invite you to partner with us on this groundbreaking journey in the innovation space or ecosystem and join in providing the much needed content and foundation for generations to come. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much, Sodipo, for that interesting pitch. So we're moving. Next, I'm going to bring in on board the founder of Otayemi in your boutiques, Mr. Richard Omole. Kindly put your hands together as we welcome for Mr. Richard Omole.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Richard Omole from Otayemi Therapeutics. I'm the co-founder and product manager. Otayemi Therapeutics is a startup where innovation meets therapeutics. Founded in March 2023 as a startup to provide lasting solutions to diverse forms of infectious diseases that have been encountered by Africans and other global southerners. The first problem we are trying to solve is the problem of multi-drug resistant bacteria that colonize chronic wounds generally. I remember in the year 2006, I was hospitalized and had the cause to witness people with chronic wounds. And one of the implications of these chronic wounds is that some of the patients with chronic wounds will have their arms or legs amputated, if not taken good care of on time, because these wounds are usually difficult to heal. The United Nations have projected that in the year 2050, more than 10 million people will die every year as a result of multi-drug resistant chronic wound bacteria that infect wounds. We have been able to come up with a product, a cream that can heal chronic wounds. This cream enhances the strength of wound. It accelerates the wound contraction. Also, there is rapid and deep penetration of this cream into the wound bed, surpassing other products that are available in the market. Likewise, this product heals chronic wounds within 12 days, 12 to 14 days precisely. This cream is non-toxic to organs in the body like kidneys and the liver. Moreover, this product is relatively cheap. It also has extended shelf life compared to other products that are available in the market. During the course of the research on this product, I traveled to India to partner with someone to be able to come up with this cream. About 6.7 million people
are living with chronic wound globally. 250,000 of these people are residents in Nigeria, though we have the understanding that there is scarcity of data in Nigeria, but this is an estimated figure. The total addressable market for chronic wound is 12.36 billion USD, while the serviceable addressable market is 461 million USD. This invention cuts across different age groups, and it applies to people in wound care centers, hospitals, and homes. These products have been validated in laboratory animal. We've tested them in laboratory animal, and that's worked to give an efficacy within 12 to 14 days. We aspire to raise 125,000 USD to be able to proceed to the next stage in our startup, which is the clinical trials in humans, to be able to launch this product eventually. 70% of this 125,000 USD will be channeled into product development and IP protection, while 15% will be channeled into marketing. The 10% will be channeled into IP protection. On the aspect of intellectual property, I'm glad to let us know that we've been able to secure a patent for this product precisely October 2023, and we are proceeding into obtaining a trademark for our brand name and logo. We also intend in the future to license some of our products to business owners who might be interested in franchising, and we also have trade secrets. Meet our team. I'm Dr. Richard Omole, co-founder and product manager at Otayemi Therapeutics. We have Dr. Nkem Toremiro, who has over 25 years experience as a microbiologist and biosafety professional. We also have Dr. Isaac Adeyemi, who has over 25 years experience as a pharmacologist. He's also a co-founder. And we have Professor Saravana Mutupandian, who is also a co-founder with over 25 years experience as a biotechnologist. You can contact us via the email and the phone number displayed on the screen. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Richard, for that wonderful pitch. Quickly, we're going to bring in up on stage the founder of African Medical Marketplace. Let's put our hands together to welcome Ms. Augusta Okafor. Good morning, everyone. I'm Augusta Okafor, the founder of African Medical Marketplace. We are building an Amazon model of healthcare in Africa. Can you believe that in the year 2014, just 2 chemotherapy machines were available in Nigeria? How do I know that? My mom was diagnosed of cancer. We had to move her from Enugu to Lagos just for her to get treatment. There were just 2 chemotherapy machines in Nigeria. One was in Lagos, the other one was in Kano. I remember my mom waking up as early as 4 a.m. in the morning to pick number 220. This is as a result of the population that came for this treatment. The machine kept breaking down. They were asked to pay for some other payments that were not part of the packages they were offered. My mom later passed on, and that was the story of some other people that came for this therapy with her. This brought me to the question of how do we solve the problem of lack of access to quality healthcare in Africa? How do we solve the problem of lack of access to the right biomedical engineers needed and sort out some equipment issues in Africa? How do we avoid how do we eliminate, not like eliminate, but reduce the mortality rate at the grassroots level, since they don't have the luxury of traveling out of the country for basic healthcare? We came up with the solution of African Medical Marketplace, our B2B platform that connects global medical manufacturers, suppliers, and distributors to sell across 54 countries in Africa, leveraging on our platform. We also have a platform called Biomedical Near Us. The essence of it is a job-listing platform where biomedical engineers, people that are skilled in each of their departments, can fit their qualification and have hospitals that need exactly what they are doing to reach out to them. As we already know, the biomedical engineer that takes care of X-ray machine is not the same person that takes care of our microscope, and it's not the same person that takes care of the therapy machine. Now, most hospitals in Nigeria do not have access to the database to reach out to these people. They have to go through referrals, someone that knows someone that knows someone, and in the process, they actually don't get the right people. They meet people that are in need of the money, who help them and take the money. That's why the machine is breaking down. And oftentimes we hear that machines are dumped because it's not functional. It's mainly because they didn't get the right biomedical engineer to solve it. We now have our green circular program called the Donate Medical Platform. This is more like giving back to the society. We have hospitals at advanced level who have limited timeline to use their machines. Instead of discarding them, indicate on our platform that they have something like that and have hospitals at remote areas reach out to them. If they are okay with them, they can give them access to pick it from their point of location to their location. This brings about subsidized healthcare for people at the grassroots level, simply because the hospitals don't have to incur the cost of procuring new equipment down to the client, down to the patient. Instead, they just have to feed one or two things and then maybe cost of logistics add it to the cost of the client. This brings about the whole essence of it is to bring about subsidized healthcare for people at the grassroots level. This is what our platform looks like. The African Medical Marketplace, the biomedical near us. Our business model is a B2B platform, and we run subscription and commission model. We work directly with hospitals and international organizations. Now we are looking at the serviceable obtainable market of 24.6 million, 24.651 billion, which is just 10% of the total acceptable market. Our customer value proposition, we have the e-commerce platform, which is more like the trading platform that I've already explained. We have the renting platform. This is where the renting feature, this is where hospitals that have equipment, but they are not using it all the time, can indicate and have other hospitals that need their products. Maybe people that want to use it just for a one-time project, use it to save human life and take it back to them. By so doing, the hospital generates more revenue and the equipment is not kept at a place to get spoiled due to lack of usage and others. And at the same time, the end users, who are the grassroots people, lives are saved using those machines. We have the RFP. This is where organizations that need bulk purchase, they don't have to go through person that needs person, they just upload it on our platform. And institutions or sellers that have exactly what they are looking for can reach out to them. Now, this will also cut down the cost of importing from Germany, Nairobi, Mozambique, and other parts of the world where they may get it from. Why? Because the seller, we might have to reach out, a seller might indicate that they have those products within their locality. If they are lucky, they may have it in their local country, or they may have it from one place and then move it down to the shipping port where they just clear their goods and have it. We already explained the biomedical engineer near us and the Donate Medical Platform, which is more like the green circular economy program, giving back to the society. What is our competitive advantage? We have African Medical Marketplace, which is our platform that is categorized into three. We have access to the global market. We have access to the local market across Africa. We have our certificate of incorporation. We have our certificate of compliance in Kenya. We are part of Medic West Africa. We are part of East Africa, Medic East Africa with events and some other events going on across the globe. Our traction. Currently on our website, we have over 300 medical products that have been uploaded by over 108 registered sellers across 102 countries globally. And we also have over 15,000 unique visitors. When we talk of unique visitors, we are not talking of returning customers. We are talking of people that have visited our website for the first time since the 9 months the website was launched. We also want to acknowledge the presence of, we also want to acknowledge our sponsors, people like MTN Nigeria, International Chambers of Commerce, who helps us with mediating when it comes to cross-border trade. We want to acknowledge the efforts of World Waifu, Faith Foundation, and Flourish Africa. They've all been there to give us support in one way or the other to make sure that this project is smooth, seamless, and a success. We are asking for the fund of $50,000. 59% of it goes to the medical software and team. 8% goes to the furniture, and 23% of it goes to the appliances. So we're a team of 4 people that bring about their unique talents to create something beautiful, and make impact in our own ecosystem to make sure that there is quality and affordable healthcare, especially for the people at grassroots level. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Augusta, for that beautiful pitch. Quickly, I'm going to also be bringing on board the founder of Class. Let's put our hands together as I welcome Mr. Precious Olufemi Adepoju.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Precious Olufemi Adepoju, the founder of Recyclers. Recyclers is a recycling and sustainable company. We are trying to work on creating values to plastic waste and using it as an opportunity to fight poverty. It's not a note in Nigeria that plastic is a problem. And how are we going to solve it? We have a lot of people. Today, see a young boy, when he finishes drinking the bottled water, the list that comes to his mind as an average Nigerian is to what? Use it as a water bottle. But the value to plastic is more than that. And this plastic end up as what? As waste products. So there are a lot of opportunities in plastic recycling. We have the environmental opportunities, which the project want to address by making our environment conducive for us, where this plastic no longer presents a health issues to any one of us, but it will become a valuable product for industries that need it. We also want to use to create employment. We have a lot of indirect employment that we can create these products. We have people that will be driving our vehicles. We have pickers. This business will create a lot of employment opportunity to them. Even disabled people that might not have opportunity to work in corporate office, with our innovation, with our business, we bring them on board. Also, we create a sustainable development. It's not a new thing that the climate is suffering from a lot of problems, a lot of carbon emission. But with this our innovation, this plastic that's causing this carbon problem, we're going to solve them. Our solutions, number one, we have a door-to-door collection approach. We want to come in form of an informal sector in this waste collection so that we add value. See, when I was growing up as a young Nigerian, when I finished drinking bottled water, I threw it away. When I finished drinking a can of malt, I keep them. Why? Because I know somebody is coming to get them in exchange for money. I want to apply that value to plastic. And how we're going to do this? We will stop this plastic from getting to landfill before they are being used. Also, we use user-friendly mobile app. People can order for pickup. Also use certain systems to store them in our facilities. There will be an exchange of goods for incentives. In normal Nigerian thinking is, what value am I getting for this thing? It's very rare for you to see in Nigeria that will give you something for free. But when you tell them that, oh, give me this plastic, it's a waste for you, I'll give you something in return. There will be a ginger for them to do something. Also, there will be collaboration with local recycling facilities. There are a lot of recycling facilities like the scavengers and the local waste collectors. We work with them to bring this idea into reality. Also, there will be community engagement and empowerment. We work with the stakeholders in the community so that they know that this problem is a problem for all of them. If, for example, as a king, people in your community are sick, you know that this is a solution to them. We make them be part of this business so that they will be able to talk to their people. Also, there will be education and awareness. We believe that from a childhood, we can create a lasting impact that plastic is not a waste or a raw material for an industry. That's our solution. Also, we are working on our value proposition is one, I said, door-to-door collection, pickup apps, and this recycler smart card. I'll just give you a brief introduction about it. I said earlier that we're working on leveraging poverty, but a lot of people are talking about they are using app. But if one Nigerian cannot afford to get a mobile phone, use an app. So our smart card will work in such a way that their accumulated points be embedded in that app. With the smart card, they can go to our partnering maybe hospitals or eateries that they can input it, going to be deducted from them, and they will give them the necessary facilities. We are working on that for them so that the poor people, the poorest of the poorest, will also be included in our services. Also, our intellectual property, working on trademark, so that we have a lot of people, if give them access to collect waste and make it into our company, working on copyright and trade secrets. The market opportunity is very, very large. Like I said earlier on, it's something that people have not discovered. But as of 2022, the global market worth $14.89 billion is the market that we need to enter. And it's estimated by 2030, it's worth $88.96 billion. Our business model is we are starting in Epoma, is a region in Edo State, Nigeria, and we have over 4,000 adults there. And we want to harness this opportunity to get this waste material for them. And we are looking at getting a revenue of 4 million naira by the end of 2024. Our competitive advantage, there are a lot of competitors in the market. We are aware of that. In Edo State, we have twin cyclers, we only offer drop-off service. That means you carry the waste to their center and they don't give you incentives. We have Eco Connect, same thing. We have Expand, we don't only collect only bottles, but we are going to collect plastic, collect cartons, collect aluminum can, collect anything recyclable. We have recyclers in Lagos, but I cannot carry my waste from Edo State to Lagos. But we as recyclers, we are going to the local, the unknown places to collect the waste because we believe that waste not is only the problem of the city, but the problem of Nigeria. Our financial projection, we have the glass waste, is the less used waste in Nigeria. While plastic is the most used waste. Our current status, we are strengthening partnership. We are working with the Pluggers Nigeria to create an awareness about plastic business in Nigeria. By month-to-month cleanup, we are currently registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and we are working with getting our trademark for our business. And our MVP, we conducted an MVP and over 200 people signifying interest in getting their waste sorted out. The team is, we are of 4 people, myself, the founder, Olufemi, the CEO, and Ololade, who is actually our legal consultant. We have Abdulazeez, who is our data analyst. Together, we bring plastic waste from our hand. We were asking for an investment of $10,000 to buy our machinery and do the necessary registration. Also, if you know that we cannot invest money, I know that you know somebody that can connect us, that together we can bring an end to plastic waste. With your investment in this company, we can end plastic waste in Nigeria, one place at a time. You can connect us through our phone number and our email. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Precious, for that pitch. The next person I'm bringing up this afternoon is the CEO of Agro-Zenith. Let's put our hands together as a member from Mr. Kamal and Aliyu. Let's put our hands together.
We all depend on food, and mostly we don't even bother taking serious action on the security of those food that we eat. My name is Kamal Aliyu. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamal Aliyu. I'm the CEO and founder of Agro-Zenith. Meet Malam Ali from Karamata. Here I have the privilege of visiting my mother's ancestral land, which is Karamata, Karamata from Kano State. And I met Malam Ali, which happens to be my uncle. Malam Ali was a farmer which struggled with the issue of climate change that makes his farm utilizes local irrigation process in order to harvest his farmland. Not only that, according to the former Minister of Agriculture of Nigeria, out of the 3.4 million hectares of farmland that we have in the country, it's only 8,950 that have been irrigated. And that's happened due to the traditional farming method utilized by farmers like Malam Ali from Karamata, also lack of irrigation optimization, which leads to loss of resources from food security, and also which leads to climate change problems by wasting water and other resources.
now the solution, and that's where AgroZenit comes in. AgroZenit is an AI-powered precision irrigation system that utilizes AI technology in order to make an informed decision for the farmers based on real-time collected data from his farmland on when to irrigate his farmland, harvest or crops farm. It also utilizes a user-friendly dashboard whereby a farmer can see the real-time data of his farmland data from temperature, pressure, and other required environmental parameters needed for the system to make an informed decision on the irrigation process. We started early this year, and on March 2023, we successfully trained an AI algorithm for our system. But the data set we utilized was an international data set, which happens to be that we have to get a local data set because we are working with local people, and there's limitation for us having this data. So from June 2023 to date, we are using manual process in order to collect data. What I mean by the data is not data, personal data from the farmers. No, mostly all crops have different kind of, the farmland, the crops you are planting have different kinds of needs. That's in terms of irrigation. When I need when I'm farming a rice and someone is farming a maize, it's like data sets of should vary. And for our AI algorithm to make an informed decision, we need to gather millions of data in order to make it. And that's the process we are. And we have successfully built our IoT device prototype, which will be collecting the real-time data from the farmland. So for the market opportunity, the total addressable market was over $680 million globally. And in the next 1 year, we are targeting to achieve only $1.5 million out of this total addressable market. And we aim to achieve that through these various processes by selling and maintaining our product, the IoT component. That means by selling the component to the farmers, the system to the farmers, and maintaining it is one of our methods of achieving revenue. Also, advertisement. Our user-friendly platform is a platform that farmers will be engaging, and that would be a great opportunity for us advertising for industries like fertilizing industry and other agricultural related industries. Also, we have partnership where we'll be partnering with governmental organization and non-governmental organization. Also, data monetization will be, as our system incorporates an IoT that will be collecting real-time data, we'll be monetizing this kind of data for organizations like agricultural research organization and other institutes that may need it. Also, we do have competitors in the market already, but here are some things that set us apart from them. We have the Ratio, which provides the same solution like us, but they didn't provide real-time data for the users, and their product is actually not affordable. We also have Rainbird, which provides it's affordable, but it lacks the real-time data. Also, it lacks the machine learning model that will make an informed decision for the farmers. We have MetaFarm, which have the machine learning model, but two lack the real-time data. So our on to market strategy includes advertisement, that's both online and offline marketing, also partnership with agricultural associations and direct sales to the farmers. Here is our team. Our team brings together expertise in software engineering, IoT, AI, and agricultural science, which make us well-equipped to drive AgroZenit success. I'm Kamal, Aliyu, as I said. I'm an AI and machine learning developer, also an IoT and embedded system developer. And here are my core team members. We have Mubarak Abdulazeez, he's a full stack software engineer. We have Musa Emmanuel, embedded system engineer, also a UI UX designer. We have Zainab Muhammad, agricultural scientist, also a project manager. So you are all welcome to become partner in our mission to revolutionize farming practice and ensure sustainable agriculture. Your investment will accelerate our journey from prototype stage to a game-changing product. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamal and you. I'm going to bring in up the founder of D-Tracker. Let's put our hands together this afternoon as I make welcome Mr. Uthman. Alao.
Hello, everyone. Uthman Alao is my name, and I'm the product lead at the tracker. So, about 52 years ago, there was an outbreak of Lassa fever in Nigeria. 35 years ago, there was another outbreak, yellow fever in Nigeria. That was when surveillance started in Nigeria, particularly. However, let's just take it back. Just 3 years, exactly 3 years ago, December 2019, we all knew what happened when COVID actually struck. And January this year, there was also another outbreak of diphtheria in Nigeria. So what's the problem? So we realized that there is a lot of gap as regards disease surveillance in Nigeria. So we are trying to solve that particular problem using data-driven algorithms to actually aggregate information to predict and monitor disease outbreak in Nigeria. So there's inavailability of real data system that actually aggregate this information, such that by the time we want to leverage technology for disease epidemiology, that's not relatively available in Nigeria. Also, we also realize that there's no quality data, even with the enough information that we have leveraging on our healthcare systems, healthcare agencies, there is no quality data to actually monitor this outbreak. And this is going to affect a lot of information as regards how ready are we for the next outbreak, which is going to happen subsequently. So our solution is to make data readily available for the disease management system in Nigeria, leveraging on technology. Also, we are providing quality data through our online and offline surveillance system because we realize that we can't just leverage getting this information using online base, but we also need to go back to our primary health center where this is actually started from general. So that is the need for offline data information. So we provide through our information data generated system, we are going to make a consultation with data that we've got to actually make a form of a first doctor for people that can use our platform. So this tracker is a web-based surveillance system that monitors and aggregates information to track, monitor, and predict this outbreak, starting with Nigeria. Our MVP is to track and monitor existing and new diseases because we realize that there are a lot of re-emerging and emerging diseases in Nigeria. So how might we actually monitor what has been existing and what we can do through this outbreak? So this is our interface system of our platform. So we realize that in each state, there are local government, of course, and then we want to get this data set real time. So at many times, people visit our health facility to understand, okay, what's the symptoms that's happening. So by the time more people keep coming to that facility, the real-time information is going to continuously generate, okay, these are the significant symptoms that reoccur in this particular location. And that's going to inform us, okay, how might we prepare from that location such that that disease is not going to spread beyond that location, and then we can arrest it from there. So our target market, we realize that there is need for research institutions to leverage on our information, the data that we've got both online and offline, and how that information is going to help policymakers to make informed decisions, okay, what is next for us to be done? Because we realize that health system affects generally all other sectors. We can all attest to what happened during COVID. Everybody actually just went back. So because from this policymaker, they are going to be negotiating with pharmaceutical companies where they can prepare what vaccine do we need at this point in time and how might we make enough decision for accessibility of this vaccine. Of course, entrepreneurs are going to leverage, entrepreneurs and businesses going to leverage on our platform to see, okay, how might we improve our business? If we want to extend to this location, what is going to affect us from that end? So our hack, we realize that this is going to be a very bulk system for us to understand because there is going to be need for expansion from one location to another. Then we need business advisory and legal advisory such that by the time we want to extend from one region to another, we're going to have a lot of information for us to expand. Also, we also realize that there is need for partnership with public health and research organizations such that they can leverage on our information to continuously make research readily available, which will be available for policymakers to make informed decisions. There is need for technical support. We realize that we can't do this all alone because we need, when it comes to health, there is need for a lot of expertise to come in place. So we realize that we need subject matter experts and workspace where we can carry on our operation. Funding, of course, because we need to get as many people as we can work with. This is going to be a very bulk of work because health generally affects everybody. But if there's any outbreak in Nigeria, other people from around Nigeria will also be panicking because this might spread to them. So we need our staffing and operation. So our competitor in 2019, NCDC Nigeria Disease Control Center for Disease Control, they launched what is called Tatafu, something like a gossip, where they are leveraging Twitter information to predict what is going to happen. But just about 2 months after that, they brought it down because they could not sustain it. Online information is not readily available for you to predict what is going to happen as regards this outbreak. Blue Dot is a company in Canada where they leverage people movement from one region to another, and they were able to use this information using partnering with aviation companies from Canada and the US. So they predicted Zika virus even before it was announced by WHO in 2015. Google Flu was launched in 2018 when they realized that they can leverage on the information of people that visited the online system, leverage like using Google platform. But online information is not sufficient alone for you to predict what the next outbreak is going to look like. Google itself actually brought the platform down in 2015. So this is our market size. It was estimated, according to a report released by the Medical Economy in 2021, the AI healthcare system it was about $11 billion in 2020, and it was expected to expand to about 188 billion in the year 2030. So we're just expecting to take about just 2% of this market size by the year 2030 if we expand. So partnership, we realize that we can't do this alone. We need to partner with healthcare workers that's going to be using our platform to make it efficient for us to predict the next outbreak. We also realize that there's need for us okay, who are the people, agencies that actually monitor this at the grassroots level? So there's need for National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, where they are the one that actually monitor the surveillance from the grassroots level. NCDC, of course, they are the one that actually monitor disease outbreak epidemiology in Nigeria. So starting with Nigeria, we'll be leveraging on Nigerian Center for Disease Control, and of course, government agency, because we'll be liaising with the government policymakers where they can use our platform to predict what is going to happen in Nigeria and when we expand to other countries as well. So healthcare system generally realize that there are a lot of vital information that come into data generally. So in that situation, we are going to be making provision for data inscription and anonymization such that external body cannot access our information. Data regulation and protection. In Nigeria, there is need for National Data Protection Commission, and this is also applicable in another country. However, this is not generic because in each country, they have their data protection policy. So while expanding to another country, we realize there is need for us get patent opportunity. So while expanding to another country, we realize that we can also leverage on that too. And there is a general data protection regulation in other parts of the world, which is Europe. So intellectual property, because we've been dealing with a lot of people, so there is need for us to document our procedures and orders. So we are going to be filing copywriting and regional patent in each region that we are expanding to. So here is the team. I'm a public health analyst and a product manager. And here is my co-founder, Malik Ololade, who is a software developer. So we can contact us here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uthman, for that beautiful pitch. Let's put our hands together as I bring on board Mr. Taiwo Isola, the CEO of Career Impact. Please let's put our hands together as he comes up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Taiwo Isola. I'm the CEO of Career Impact Lab. The journey started some 15 plus years ago when I worked at the University of Meduoye Medical School as a medical student. And I knew there at the gate of the University of Meduoye Medical School that I didn't want to be a medical student, I didn't want to be a doctor, and I didn't want to work in an hospital. But I had two options: to drop out of university or to continue studying medicine. I didn't want to. I chose to continue. And if anything, I knew I was in a world that I was not a part of. If anything, throughout my stay in medical school, I was a misfit. And when I graduated, I had faced two challenges, which is the beginning of Career Impact Lab. First, I wanted to pivot to what I love to do, apart from medicine, but I didn't have the skill set to pivot. And if I choose to continue in medical line, that means I will be in the field where I hated to be. And the journey of career impact lab started. Because I asked myself, how many young people like me are walking into the future naked because they have no motivation and they have no skill also for the career path they have chosen. So I present to you Career Impact Lab. Career Impact Lab, we are an EdTech company. We are leveraging AI to bridge the gap in employment and employability. The problem Career Impact Lab is solving is the problem of skill gap, unemployment, and employability. Skill gap because, according to McKinsey in 2022 report, 82% of Africans are not ready for jobs and the market of the future. Someone like me, I also knew that I was not ready when I graduated. And also, according to the National Bureau of Statistics 2022 report, 27% of Nigerians are unemployed and 28% of Nigerians are underemployed. That means they are earning a salary below the minimum wage of 33,000, which means that cumulatively, about 60% of Nigerians are in unemployment that is not given. So our solution to this problem of skill gap, unemployment, and employability as a career impact lab is twofold. The first is our career academy, where it's a platform where we curate in-demand professional courses for people to upskill themselves and develop themselves to either pivot to a new career or to thrive in their current career. And the second approach that we use is our career resources library, which means that we are curating the largest virtual professional library where anyone across different industries can go to gain skills and to have resources that can enhance their professional competence. And our unique selling point as a career impact lab that differentiated us from our competitors is that we are leveraging AI to design a system called career accelerators, where we bridge the gap, where we provide personalized career paths based on skill mapping. Unlike just saying, go and take a course, go and take a skill, go and acquire training, what our system career accelerator does is that, and that's the example also of what it does, the career accelerator analyzes you, who you are, your experiences, your personality, your traits, everything about you. Also analyzes it. Number one, gives you a ranking. Number two, gives you a list of professions you fit in. And number three, it gives you a readiness percentage so you can know, do I fit in? And if I fit in, to what degree do I fit in? Before you can begin to proceed with taking any of our courses. And our target audience are simply the students, graduates, the unemployed, and the underemployed, generally young professionals across the African region. And our marketing strategy, SEO, social media marketing, email marketing, our revenue model is subscription-based. Also, we have ad-based model also, and we're also leveraging intellectual property also for our source of revenue. Our courses and our application, our training will be licensed to third parties globally, and we can also earn revenue through that medium. And our milestone and projection is our next milestone is to launch our virtual AI-enabled career lab, and we aspire to raise $80,000 to accomplish this. In addition to this, also, we intend to create in-demand video courses from top professionals across the world. Thank you very much. Taiwo, Isola, Career Impact Lab.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo, Isola, for that pitch. All right, so let me just put it out there that once the participants are done pitching, we'll be able to share our comments and speak. So let's put our hands together as I welcome the founder of Moon Innovations, Mr. Michael Osumune. Please put your hands together.
Hi, my name is Michael Osumune. I'm the founder of Omole Innovation, where we focus on accelerating sustainable and smart living solutions using AI and solar. My friend always says that you can't, digital transformation no go work with NEPA. This brings us to the problem. For digital transformation to work, there is an underlying infrastructure that is unavailable. Access to electricity, access to internet, and security. But most people, security is like health. Until you're sick, that's when you find out that you actually need to treat yourself. That is why we designed and developed the Solar Smart Inverter System. Now, the Solar Smart Inverter System is a single box solution, providing homes and businesses with solar electricity, wireless internet, and AI-enabled security surveillance, with a mobile application to remotely monitor and control this system from anywhere in the world. So let's say you install this system in your home. You have internet, you have security, and you have electricity. My tech guys will understand, because these are the major problems they always face when working remotely across the world. That is one issue they have with getting jobs outside. They'll tell you in Nigeria, the network is not good and electricity isn't there. And it's not just that, it cuts across different areas, from farming to healthcare, and so on and so forth. This is a $94 billion market, not just electricity alone, internet and security as well. Internet and security as well. Our business model is quite simple. You buy a smart inverter system outright, you pay on a month-by-month basis for wireless internet and security surveillance. Or you can pay on a month-by-month basis for solar electricity, internet access, and security surveillance, all from your mobile application. And this is just the basic. Compared to every other product in the market, we are the only solution that provides a plethora of value-added proposition outside just giving you electricity. Our climate impact is quite straightforward. We are focused on accelerating sustainable and smart living solutions across every home and businesses in Nigeria by providing you the basic of electricity, internet, and security, with the aim to accelerate digital transformation, focusing on the UN goals of 9, 11, 13, and 7. How far have we gone? We've gone from business conceptualization to prototyping our product, going for competitions to raise grants and all of that. We've patented our solution in the last 3 months. It's not been completed, it's currently in view. We've signed an MOU with a healthcare facility with over 8,500 underlying customers, so that we don't just provide you with just solar electricity. We provide the solar electricity, wireless internet, security, and healthcare, all in one, from one mobile phone. Our team is made up of engineers from 3 different continents and 2 different continents and 3 different countries. With myself, Michael Osumune, being the founder and CEO with over 10 years experience in solar development. For Austin, with over 5 years experience in cloud development, and our amazing Mercy for us. She basically works around everything that has to do with marketing. And Leo Hassam is a Cameroonian, and he joined into this because he saw a problem, not just affecting just Nigerians alone, but everyone in the entire sub-Saharan Africa. We need $500,000 to move our project forward, from commercial piloting to further research and development around AI in not just home automation, but healthcare, retail, and agriculture. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Michael. So that is his invention, the inverter. Yeah, that is the inverter that they produced. All right, for the last participant for this morning, or this afternoon rather, let's put our hands together to welcome the founder of Spring Life Pharmaceuticals International, Mr. Alex Nwachukwu. Please let's put our hands together as he comes.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex. I'm the founder and CEO of Spring Life Pharmaceuticals International. At Spring Life, we believe in the mantra, good health, good life. Our mission is actually to promote health and well-being globally and get to promote the use of pharmaceutical services. Now, we want to paint a very quick picture to you, but before that, I would want to say this. 5 years ago, I lost my dad, and he died as a result of prostate cancer because of he was being prescribed and administered expired and falsified drugs. Now, this complicated his case and we lost him. Now, that actually was a big blow to my face and the face of the family. For me, a lot of questions were coming up and I had two that stand out. The first was, would I revenge, the murderers that took his life? Or do I think out of the box to see how to provide a solution to this very problem? And for me, being obsessed and passionate, I decided to go for bringing out a solution that can address. Now, we are very passionate about addressing sales of standard drugs, falsified drugs. I would want to say, allow you to picture this. Now, picture 95 out of your friends, for instance, actually are not doing very fine. Their health is very, very bad. And this is actually because of they don't just have the right access to the right and proper medication. Or maybe they don't even have someone who would take them to where they would get the proper medications they need. It's just like having a need of superheroes, but you are not seeing one coming through for you. Our solution is very, very clear. We're actually trying to see how we can allow people to get the medications they need, even at their convenience. So we're introducing a mobile app that's been supported by AI, that's artificial intelligence. Now, we are going to be playing, I'm going to be playing a video for everyone, but I would want to challenge us to really, really watch this video, not just with the emotions that will come out of it, but to really, really see how our products can get to address this very big problem. I'm thrilled to take you on this visual journey, so sit tight as we get to watch. Thank you very much.
Nationalist pioneer.
It offers personalized health recommendations, tracks vital health metrics, and provides early warnings for potential health risks. It also has an health status, but it doesn't stop there. The app also has additional AI-powered features such as personalized diet plans, exercise recommendations, and mental health support. All these features work together seamlessly, providing a comprehensive health solution. What sets Spring Life Pharmaceuticals International apart is the brand it embodies, Spring Life Forever. It represents renewal, vitality. It's not just about adding years to life, but life to years. The competitive advantage of Spring Life lies in its unique blend of cutting-edge technology and human-centric design. It's not just an app, but a companion that understands and cares for its users. The value proposition of Spring Life is clear. It offers convenience, support, and personalized counseling. It is like having a team of healthcare professionals in your pocket. To reach its users, Spring Life has a three-phase market strategy. It starts with awareness, moves to engagement, and culminates in conversion. This strategy leverages both online and offline channels, ensuring a wide reach. Spring Life has already gained significant traction with its innovative solutions. It has conducted community outreach, workshops, and has been recognized for its achievements in the healthcare sector. Behind Spring Life is a team of dedicated professionals. Each member brings a unique set of skills and experiences, united by a common goal to revolutionize healthcare. Now, Spring Life is seeking partners to join this journey. The funds will be used to further develop the app, expand the team, and execute the market strategy. The impact of this
The World Health Organization stated that sales of substandard drugs and falsified drugs is actually 20.5%. Looking at the market alone, I mean, it's actually worth over $200 billion annually, worldwide. I'm talking about globally. And this is actually people out there trying to make quick money at the risk of taking lives. What we are doing is very, very clear. We are actually trying to bring convenience and at the same time addressing the sales of substandard drugs. So we have actually opened a funding round seeking for $100,000 US, so we can get to bring forth 5,000 monthly recurring revenues within the next 12 months. So with this, come to the end of our pitch. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you for that pitch, and thank you to all participants that were able to pitch this morning. So quickly, we're going to be taking comments. I'm going to start with Mr. Lawrence. Take comments on the pitch from the participants. Mr. Lawrence, please. Yes, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sure, the colleague on the site. I'm really happy to be here to see our young people, the way they are thriving, the way they are trying to do things for peace globally. As you rightly said, my name is Warren Bisu. Acting Director, Research and Development, National Information Technology Teachers. And in fact, I met Dr. Ololade late last year, the program. Video presentation, because it's there following the talk. We are happy for the presentation. Well, I want to talk about what we are doing to assist the young people, especially
young innovators, investors to digital. How many of us know about digital? Good. Leader will have facilities for the which will provide access. Most of the local governments are very good. Then two, we have some labs in Abuja here. How many of you know about Enka, National Center for Shared Intelligence and Advanced? Then you can do that. You can do whatever. To reach out to educators. And then, of course, the component we were lacking before, this is intellectual property, which UIP will include. And of course, our next move is to bring the three components together: industry, academia, and of course, workers, so that we reach on the minister's target. If you look at the two things, one of the problems we are facing is that currently from the innovation regions, we are 118. And they want to do that. They want us to be among the top 5. In emerging technology, we also ranked by the UIP. We also not doing very good. We want to bring it down. Intellectual property that are coming out of this country. If you look at globally, either China, US, they are talking each other. But we are lagging behind because intellectual properties that are coming out of this country. Even in Nigeria that are doing very well, they will go outside the country to register their intellectual property. You see anywhere. Also, some of those things are from Nigeria. You understand? So, with this kind of group, from the UIP, we are really excited. And then, of course, the startup arts. Leader is the secretariat. If you need anything or clarification, anything on how to access or what to do, yes, there is a website, 10,000. So we are ready to help the young people so that this index, as ranked by the UIP, then of course the other ranking agents will improve on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's put our hands together. Thank you so much, sir. Next up is we'll take a comment.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Mani Garab from Trademark Registry. I think I have started making some clarifications with respect of the Trademark Registry. And I equally said my senior colleague has elaborates on the importance of trademark registration. But in my own way, I want to put it to you that there is need for you to understand the practical applications of the trademark, which I believe some of my colleagues may put it in a more technical or higher way. If you look at your compendium, you realize that your companies, some of them already, they have started their businesses. All the companies that are here listed, they are already in what? In business. But the biggest challenge here is that, are you sure that the name you are using today, if you submit it to the trademark registry, will be accepted? Are you sure that name is not related to another person? Business name? Are you sure it's not going to conflict with another trademark. So that is why at any point in time, it's always advisable. As you think towards doing a business as part of your plan, the first thing that you should know or you should have is your trademark. Because the trademark name that you're going to use is the business identifier. I want to know you. I'm not going to know you as Abdulazeez. Even if you are the CEO, that nomenclature is not recognized as far as the business is concerned. It's the trademark of that company. So if today you said you have your name as ABCD, and you do not think along with that ABCD, somebody may have that. This name that you all have, it may be a traditional name, your villages and towns, and somebody is using it. And it may happen, it's somebody's local government name, or it's somebody's traditional title, and you go, and we said, no, your name cannot go. This is what the search said. So how are you going to do? In other countries like America, forced to use. Though the name can be registered for one reason or the other. So I will advise you, from your own explanations, registrations, even your life agenda, instead of to be the first agenda. So I will advise you to take that first. Whatever money you are going to spend on the registrations of all that your company needed to. Then again, don't forget, in all that you have shown us, it's not only the name that is there. You have your designs, you have your what? Your logo. All these are business identifiers. And if you want your customer, and if you want to partner, you want to collaborate, you must make sure that you what? You protect it. And one important thing that we must know is that all that you are doing in the business is not manual. You are doing it online, easy to access, and easy to what? To copy. When your business is moving, I go into it. I tap from it. And before you know, somebody is taking over your business. I'll give you a very good example. A larger beer was found in somewhere in Maraba, a 2-room factory. They were producing and taking it to the market. And the company discovered that there is no turnover. And this thing is in the market. What is happening? So they have to do what? To go to all the relevant agencies they have registered with, collaborate with them for a strong enforcement. So you yourself, as part of it, if you don't have your full registration, you're going to have different issues in different aspects of the market. So I'm also going to talk about somebody, Mr. Abdulazeez, who actually talk about, refuse collections and so on. To do that, I'm sure the United Nations, I think UNICEF also presently is on one particular program, open edifications from them. So it's high time to connect yourself very closely with Mr. Toby before you leave this building to ensure that you are part of that program, and either as a coordinator or as a partner. It is very good. I think I have the inside of that. So you are asking us to tell you, so this is one part of it. Before you leave this building, you make sure you have that partnership. Also, quickly run to Ministry of Water Resources. That program is in connections with their own activities. And equally, they have Ministry of Environment. It's a joint program. So try to see if you can tap from these 2 angles or 3 angles. Now, between 3 siders, right? And Mr. Abdulazeez, you have a very related activity. He collect and throw it out, and you collect and save it and make money out of it. From there, you must have a synergy. Because if you collect refuse using Meshara, our local people, am I correct? He collects from the refuse dump and take it to a dump and dump it. So from here, before you have any partnership, you must have a partnership and a collaboration relationship so that you can create something that you can, benefit from it. Then lastly, I think Okafor. Yes. In your own presentation, you said you have a certificate of compliance in Kenya, not in Nigeria. Why? No, CAC, I think that is why I asked this question. CAC registration, I'm sure we have lawyers here. It's to give you what? A legal entity. While the compliance, I think you get it from the NAFDAC. They give you authority to use whether the drugs or whatever you want to use. Hello, ma'am. Am I correct? Am I correct? I said for the compliance, because you must be given a compliance, allowed you to do what? To operate. Now, if you bring a drug here in Nigeria, who will regulate you? You have in Kenya, somebody is regulating you. Here, you only say, I want to have a legal entity. This is my company. But you don't want anybody to challenge you on the activities that you are doing in relation to what? Well, custom. Okay. So finally, I will encourage you to have a group. We call it one-stop shop. By virtue of what you are, once you separate, there is a problem. Connecting to you is another issue. So wherever you want to be, make sure you have what? A cycle that you can always be what? Reach out. So with this, I want to also remind Satobi not to forget to make adequate arrangement for all the teams to visit the trademark registry. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir, for that speech. All right, quickly, I'm going to bring in on board this morning one of the IPMC experts that was able to have a one-on-one session with most of the participants. most of the participants. She's going to come and share some insights from her interactions with the participants. Please put your hands together as I bring on board Miss Bisola. So used to calling me Mrs. I receive it. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bisola Bakinson, and it's such a privilege to be here. To have had a good time with the participants yesterday as well as today. I have slides, not because I'm a nerd, but it's just our DNA, in our office. And if I don't present the slides, my colleagues will probably, kill me because they had to work on it in a few hours. So yes, we've all talked about the objectives of this program, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I was privileged enough to come in at the second stage to have one-on-one sessions as well as a mentoring session with the participants. I was privileged to meet 7 of them, very, very innovative, very enthusiastic about what they're doing and their inventions. It was just a good time listening to people who, again, even from their decks, you can see how passionate they are about human beings, especially Africans as well as Nigerians. When we look at the medical, the agri, the solutions that they brought about, they've had, us in mind. And so it was such a fantastic time also having a one-on-one session with that. I think we did that twice. And then we had a time where we all came back together and just shared peer sessions and just, spoke about the different things that would help us in our business. And I think what I also saw that really came through is when I saw them talk about intellectual property, when they're, presenting their decks, you would see them talk about, oh, I now have a patent, I have a copyright. So it showed that, yes, they were listening. Some people didn't even have an idea of, what IP was before this time. So just the fact that they are now thinking about it and telling you that we need to get a copyright, I need to get an NDA, I need to get a trademark, definitely shows that they are listening and they understand the importance of what IP can do for their business. Because everything that they are talking about, every invention that they're speaking to, the underlying, every book that they write, every song that they sing, anything, the underlying thing there that holds everything together is their intellectual property. And imagine them presenting to you and all the other investors, and they don't have intellectual property over what they have. So what's the whole point of getting, investors for that? And so what were the key achievements for me, or the insights that I can bring to you with respect to mentoring these people? They are different stages. They have different models. They have different target audience. They have different style and route to market. But there was one, what's that word that is? There's something that weaves all of this together, even though they are different stages, is that they all have intellectual property. And so we're able to speak to that, depending on the stage that you are, what kind of IP strategy should you be adopting at this time? And they had good queries to IP questions that we discussed, good questions. People who have maybe gone far and decided that, oh, I think I need to dial back a bit before I launch to market. As I said earlier, most have never heard about IP before, but you can see from today that they understand what IP is and how that can truly affect their business, how that can make their business, or how that can mar their business. And they've all been able to identify core IP assets. Core IP assets means what are the important things they need to be thinking about now, even before they launch. If you're in my cohort, they did a one-pager to even discuss how those IP assets can be a strategy, going forward. And positive feedback, really, there's some people who have had to change their names because their names maybe is too descriptive. Their names cannot fly for what they're thinking about. Some people are already thinking about them so that they can have, a proper product to put out there to the market. And the learnings for me and for them is that, you should always continue with these interactive workshops and case studies, really. If you have WhatsApp groups, it's not go, we finish this, let's just all move on. I think you should maintain that so that you can continue to have communications with your peer. There's something about when someone is already doing something, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can learn from them. Communication and collaboration is very key. In my cohort, we had a session on collaboration and how you should take that. So if someone has already done something, you can collaborate and use their software for your artwork, for example, as opposed to taking a longer period to find out how you're going to come about with that software. And so my recommendation is to continue to seek knowledge in IP, seek knowledge exchange among peer startups. You should continue to do that. If a startup has gone farther than you, you can have mentors that you can discuss with for that. Again, networking events are everywhere. Try and seek some of that. And seek online as well. WIPO has a deposit of resources that you can take advantage of. They have online courses as well, free online courses that you can take advantage of. And you can even pay for some. You know how when you pay for something, you really, really see the value in it. And you can pay for those ones as well. And one of my next steps that I would advise is that you should actually do some periodic check-ins on your and assess the progress of how you are implementing your IP, right? You need to take periodic checks, just as human beings where we go for checkups periodically. You should do that for your business. How have I been? Are there new IPs that have happened overnight that I'm not even considering or not even looking at? Are there IPs that I've entered into with people that we have now produced? Remember, I was talking about background IP and foreground IP. Are there IPs that, based on collaboration, we have now created a new IP that I should be considering? And pledge continued commitment to the strategies that you have identified that you're going to be using going forward, and explore opportunities just as this in future, whether WIPO courses, WIPO programs, or other things that they're considering. Again, I said your enthusiasm, their dedication was fantastic, and it just reinforced my belief that what intellectual property can do, the transformative power of how intellectual property can shape businesses in Nigeria, in Africa, and the rest of the world. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mary. All right, so quickly, we're going to be giving out a few awards to some of the participants that were outstanding during this session. All right, so during the course of the 4 months, it was virtual, but we had some outstanding participants, and we want to give them an award this afternoon, sorry. AY, can you please help us with the awards? Envy, please get Dr. Moody. So we're giving awards to 2 outstanding participants during the course of this 4 months program. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the director so that he comes to present the award. So yes, I would like to invite the CEO of the Oba company. I'd like to invite Dr. Moody, the director of WIPO Nigeria. Dr. Moody, sir. Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir, please. Come help give the award. The first award we're going to be giving is to Mr. Adeyinka. Meduoye. Please, can you put your hands together? It's well deserved, right? All right, it's an award for an excellent and outstanding performance, and it's proudly presented to Mr. Adeyinka Meduoye, and I'm going to give it to Dr. Mary to help us do that. All right, let's put our hands together. The second award was given of an excellent and outstanding performance to Mrs. Noma Sodipo. Please let's put our hands together. All right, thank you so much, sir. All right, thank you for staying through till this point of the program. I'm just going to invite Dr. Moody again to come to give the closing remarks. Please put your hands together.
So thank you so much to everyone. Once again, let me especially start by thanking our special guests that have come. Smani, thank you for staying through. Dr. Lawrence, really grateful for your comments and being here. We definitely will be looking forward to ways to work closer with Mr. Just taking this agenda forward. And of course, Smani, we are working together constantly, and so we will be doing more, of course, with the trademarks registry, particularly around the assets that they are also coming up with the program. So the intent, and just to say that, please don't be in a hurry to go, because it's always nice. What we want to do is also to create an environment where you can also meet with the trademark, with the patents and design, those who are registering your IP material. So you can also have those questions and answers in a one-on-one with them. So anything we can do to get you even into those buildings with all. And I also want to thank especially our facilitators who have stayed the course, those online as well. Thank you so much for bringing so much value to the program. In my conversations with most of the participants, they really treasured the one-on-one mentoring session that we had, the opportunity they had to discuss IP with you and really get insight on their strategies, on their business model. So really want to thank you. And not just the IP experts, but also the business experts who have worked very closely with all of you. I really want to say a big thank you to you all. To our partners, Nota, the Policy Innovation Center, thank you so much for being here. We're really, really grateful. I just want to say to you participants, this is not the end of the journey, really. It's just really the beginning. We made a commitment to you at the beginning of this program, and we will not pull out. We want to be able to help you in any way we can to ensure that not just in a theoretical form, but in a practical way, you see the way IP transforms you. And I think that's really what we want to be able to do. And it's not just something that we can do alone, it involves the entire ecosystem. And that's why it's important to have our partners, the registry, and other agencies working with all present today. Finally, let me say a big thank you to the Obra company. Mr. Ololade, thank you to you and to your team. Please, let's just appreciate that one more time. I really want to thank you for staying the course, for investing so much in these minds. And we look forward to what the future iteration of this program would look like. Like I said to you yesterday, please, your feedback is important. So we want your honest, your open feedback. Where you feel this has helped, we want to. Where you feel it hasn't helped, we also want to. Because as we design the next version of the program, we want to make sure that we are even improving on this pilot to user experiences to deliver something even better. So with that, I want to say again, a very big thank you on behalf of Team White for Nigeria to get this way. So I'm just being guided that there's a participant whose pitch is to be played. And please, so we'll just have that, and then
judges. Over 41 million people each year. These are not just numbers, their lives lost, families shattered, and dreams left unfulfilled. This crisis is none other than chronic diseases, which account for a staggering 74% of all deaths worldwide, and over 70% total deaths occur in middle and low-income countries such as we have in Africa. So allow me to introduce you to ChronoAid. ChronoAid is a digital health tech startup that is focused on bridging the chronic care disease gap in healthcare delivery system across Africa. And my name is Emmanuel, founder of ChronoAid. So at ChronoAid, we have identified SDG3 as our pass the eligibility criteria. Now, Oscar will require a comprehensive remote monitoring solution from his home. Let's assume Oscar is the patient down there. Oscar is using the periphery. Once he's wearing his periphery properly and connected to our cloud data server, we're going to receive signals which will be analyzed, and Oscar's health risk will be stratified based on his need. And then a coordinated plan will be given, which our care coordinators will then set a workflow for his analysis. And then, if need be, an alert is sent to our health professional at the other end for the case of Oscar. Now, what would be our patients' or clients' benefits? We offer seamless monitoring and care services, increase life expectancy, medication adherence and evaluation, reduce patient risks or stressors, and then also life modification and nutritional modification for patients on disease especially. So we've been able to provide prototype. Our prototype is designed on an Excel spreadsheet where we have been able to show a dashboard where we can follow patients' data, also process patient data, and also we've been able to form an analytical, logical dashboard for monitoring chronic diseases using the count if and if functions on Excel spreadsheet. It is able to predict when a patient need is deteriorating and alert us saying alert, patient needs intervention, or good health, no intervention needed. We've done this for the entirety of patient vital signs using basic functions on Excel spreadsheet. The market opportunity is large. The global market is estimated at over 17.6 billion, and the segmented African and Middle East market is predicted to be up to 591 million in 2028. And also, the obtainable market size in Africa is greater than 150 million. Our revenue model is based on subscription plans and pay-as-you-go services, as well as value-based care models. And then we'll be able to sell our remote care gadgets and also offer insurance and premium care for people who may need some management at homes. Now, Aid has been able to check the right boxes in our competitive analysis that cut across comprehensive remote care plan, management, monitoring, data analysis, and real-time alert, teleconsultation, and niche in chronic diseases, electronic prescription and services, and also home care services. So we've attained some actions. So we've been able to collaborate with some hospitals to launch a pilot study that we saw over 100 patients using our prototype to predict patient health and also management to resolve improvement with patients. And we've been able to raise up to $1,000 this year. So this is our team that cut across young professionals in medicine, nursing, pharmaceutical, and dietetics. And my co-founder, Samuel, is also a full-stack programmer and a business administrator. Then we have experts in UI and UX design, and also another full-stack programmer. These are advisory board that cut across experts or consultants in the medical profession that are also seasoned businessmen and women. Our team cut across raising funds to develop our MVP, which would launch at Aid 1.0, both on mobile devices and on the web. And also our research and development on acquisition of offices, acquisition of care devices, amongst others. So at Aid, we do not just offer a solution, it's a revolution. Imagine a world where individuals hold the power to monitor their health in real time. Their preventive care is accessible to all. Their personalized insight guides towards healthier choices. Aid, this is what we're offering. Join us as we reshape healthcare delivery in chronic diseases. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel Williams. Thank you, everyone. Please don't be in a hurry to go. The launch is almost here, but we can just give this for networking. The participants, you can network while we wait for the launch.
Thank you so much, everyone. So
all day, you have to do this all night, all month, all year for my whole entire life. Who you know got home, they live on the road, looking like a black lipstick in a caravan of clothes. for the people I used to rap on the train. Now I rap on the station, the capital game. I ain't never complained, good for going in the trade. I want to go together and never the fade away. That's too much to ask for good, because I ain't asking. Already into action, I had your answer retracted. Just thinking about business is crowded enough with me. You added it to commitment, I'd rather not even see. I'm beautiful, folks around, take it around me. Forward, down together, keep it on the level, keep it on the level. I'm coming up the ladder, about to get the level. Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to take the pictures and this to say thank you to everyone who is watching online. Thank you for following through till this time. Let's enjoy the rest of our evening. Thank you.